Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is the 35th Brotherhood Rome Total War battle that I've put onto YouTube. The Brotherhood team I'm in today consists of Brotherhood member Cal, who has bought the Rome Brutii faction. Yeah. And then we have myself, who is a Spartan Commander, who has actually bought the Carthage faction, and I think this could be the first time that I've ever actually done a battle video with me using a Carthage faction. So this could be a little bit more interesting, seeing how I use a Carthage faction. And then we have Brotherhood member Beast, who has bought the Rome SBQR faction, and Brotherhood member Mystique, who has also bought the Rome SBQR faction. For this game, I've actually turned the graphics up on RTW to try and make the game look even better for you. So I hope you notice the difference there. So as you can see, that's our team there, full of really good players. But wait till you see the other team, which is also full of great players too. This should be a great battle. At this stage of the game, I thought I'd just like to show you my Carthage army. And as you can see there, I've bought their elite spearman called the Sacred Band, and the specifications on these guys are really good. I think most veteran RTW players would agree that Spartans are probably the best pound for pound infantry in the game, but these guys with good upgrades can give them a good run for their money. And as you can see, I've bought some Balearic slingers as well. They've got quite a good range and do quite a bit of damage. So this is, if you notice though, that I've bought no cavalry, because this army is built to take on an enemy pike army. So it's kind of a pike on pike battle, you'll see. So yeah, it should be interesting to see this battle as I'm facing Macedon. So hope you enjoy it. And here is the other team. Here we have Brotherhood member Conan, who has bought the Rome Julii faction. Now Conan, along with another RTW player called Cannon, actually were the founders of the Brotherhood back in January 2005. And the Brotherhood clan is thought to be the most senior, long-lasting clan on Rome Total War. So really well done to Conan and Cannon all those years ago. The next member is SOA Skyon, who has bought the Macedon faction. Then we have Crimson Overlord, who's called himself Zed in this game, but this is Brotherhood member Crimson Overlord, who has bought the Rome Scipii faction. And then we have Deathclaw, or One Eye, as a lot of us will know him as, who's bought the Rome Julii faction here. So that's the other team. As you can see already in the battle, Mystique is employing very aggressive tactics, trying to catch Kornova before he can get back to his allies. At this stage of the game, I thought it might be good to have a look at the Macedon faction, and as you notice there, how long those pikes are, and that's why it's so difficult to fight through those long pikes to get to the infantry to actually kill them. So when you see my Carthage faction going up against Macedon, should be a very interesting battle to see here. So you see, that's the enemy team, full of really great players. At this stage of the battle, you can see that the enemy Roman Scipii faction is running over to try and face my Carthage faction, while the enemy Macedon faction move off to try and face one of my teammates' Roman factions. I think the enemy Roman army would like to put lots of pilers into my Carthage unit, so I'm going to avoid those, and I'm going to move up to try and face the Macedon army, so it'll be a pike on pike battle. But as you see, I don't think Macedon's too keen on facing the Carthage Sacred Band, as they're trying to get away. At this stage of the battle, I've decided to pause it so you can take stock of where everybody is. As you can see, there's my Carthage army facing the Macedon army there. I've got Mystique on my left flank, protecting my left. And there's a close-up of the length of spears. If you see how long the Macedon pikes are in comparison to my Sacred Band spears, you can see quite a big difference there. And also you can see within the Macedon army is Kornovi's Julii Roman army there as well. So actually I'm facing quite a few of Kornovi's herbs, as well as the Macedon pikemen there. And as you can see, we've got Cal out to the far right facing Conan, and we've got Crimson Overlord Scipio facing Beast. Right, at this stage of the battle I've decided to start the attack on the Macedons opposite me. Did you see I'm moving several of my Sacred Band units forward to actually engage the Macedon pikemen. To try and do a bit of close-in filming here, so you can actually see the pikes actually fighting each other there. And of course, as most RTW veterans watching this will know, that when it comes to fighting pike, it's a very slow kind of grinding battle there, and especially when my Sacred Band's spears are so short in comparison to the Macedon pikemen. So as you can see there, I'm trying to push forward there. There's no fancy tactics or anything that I'm thinking of. There's no intricate moves. What my tactic is to try and punch a hole through the Macedon pikemen with my Sacred Band guys, and to rout as many of the Macedon pikemen as possible, and then be able to use my army to help my allies then. So I'm just going to keep trying to smash through. As you can see, one of my Carthage Sacred Band units have already made inroads into the Macedon pike units there, and are pushing forward slowly but very steadily. And you can see even though the Macedon pikemen have got the massive advantage of having those long pikes, my Sacred Band guys are really moving in. And as you can see over on the left, Mystique has moved infantry units round to the left as well there. And over on our right, you can see there's a massive battle going on there between Beast. I think there's some of Kornovoi's units in there. There's Crimson Overlord's units in there, and I think there's even some of Conan's units in there. So Beast is really having to hold well there with support from Brotherhood member Cal, who's obviously got the Brutii faction there. So that is going to be a massive battle on the right. I think what the enemy team are thinking is that they're probably thinking that the Sacred Band are going to beat the Macedon pikemen. So what I think they're probably thinking of doing is to try and smash my allies with their Roman armies, and then turn their attention onto my pikemen. That could be a tactic that they're thinking there, because there's some very aggressive attacking going on over on the right there. As you can see at this stage of the battle, my Sacred Band pike spearmen are pushing forward, and you can start to see some of the Macedon pike units starting to rout now under the pressure of the Sacred Band units pushing forward here. As I say, when it's pike on pike, it's a very, very long-winded, grinding fight there. But gradually the Sacred Band are pushing the Macedon units back there. As I say, over on the right, if you can see what's happening over on the right, can you see the pressure that Beast is under there? He's being attacked with massive force by the enemy team there. You see Brotherhood member Cal's brought support units over there to try and help him, but it's not looking that great over on our right at the moment, I don't think. You can see I've got my slingers just behind my units there, and I'm using them to shoot loads of slingshots into the enemy cavalry, especially here. As you can see, Beast is now charging the SBQR cavalry in there to support his infantry. What a cavalry hit that is. And then you've got enemy cavalry coming in as well. And now Conan is sending his cavalry units in as well. Oh my gosh, if you see the impact of all those cavalry units. And there's infantry in there fighting as well. This could really go either way at the moment.
General has been killed. Now we will see the measure of his soldiers' courage.
At this stage of the battle, it looks like most of the Macedon pikemen have now routed, and I'm now moving my Carthage Sacred Band units over to try and help my allies as fast as I can here, to try and relieve the pressure off of them. But of course, like we said earlier, pikemen take a long time to fight through units here, so now I'm going to have to fight through the units they send over to be able to get into the flank or rear of the enemy troops attacking my allies. As you see, Mystique is bringing her SBQR infantry over as well, to try and get behind the enemy units. But this battle is still very much in the balance, because the very aggressive tactics that both Crimson Overlord and Conan are using on Cal and Beast are really taking their toll on our allies over there. So I'm trying to get my pikemen over as fast as I can, but I'm having to fight through the enemy units they've sent over to try and slow me down there. As you see at the rear of the enemy troops, can you see Mystique's infantry there moving around, and also she's moved her cavalry around there as well, ready to probably hit at a weak point. At the right there you can see Cal charging his cavalry in up at the top there, trying to rout some of the enemy units. So the game is still very much in the balance at the moment. Actually, the pressure that Cal and Beast were under with those aggressive attacks was massive, and they held really well. And Cal is still holding now at the moment, but the game is still very much in the balance here, and I think that my pike units trying to force their way through could make a difference maybe in the end. As you can see, Mystique's using her cavalry very well, moving right the way round to the other side now, and just looking for a place to charge in to rout some of the enemy infantry there. I've pulled up a little bit here so you can get an overall picture of the battlefield. You can see what's happening all over the place here, rather than just concentrating on one area. Trying to give you, like, if you like, a panoramic view of the battle, so you can actually see what's happening. As you can see, my pikemen are very steadily but gradually moving forward, trying to get to the enemy infantry that are attacking Cal so aggressively there. As you can see, some of Mystique's cavalry are charging in as well to help Cal.
Allies' leader has proved to be a disappointment, as he has been killed.
As you can see, you got enemy Julii cavalry coming actually in behind some of my pike units there, trying to attack the rear of them there. So although I'm just content to press forward at the moment. Now, if you notice on my left flank there, Crimson Overlord is sending fresh infantry units in to attack my flank. So I'm now turning pikemen that were aggressively moving forward. I've now turned them to face left, so they will be fighting the Scipii infantry that's just attacked me on the left. So at the moment, I've got pike units fighting forward, fighting left, and if you notice, there's enemy units on my right as well. So I've got my pike units fighting in 3 different directions at the moment, and plus I'm getting big support here by Mystique, who's moving infantry units around and supporting really well here. But things are still in the balance at the moment, because those Scipii infantry were pretty fresh there, the ones that just charged into my... And if you notice, there's a couple of my Carthage Sacred Band units starting to rout now under the pressure. Unfortunately, I've just lost my general there, and as those of you that play RTW or have seen other battle videos will know, that will lower the morale of my troops. So this game is still very much in the balance at the moment. There's more Sacred Band units starting to rout now. Really great support from Mystique here, though, who's support on the flanks and attacking the enemy on their flank as well, who are attacking me, are extremely taking a lot of pressure off of my my pikemen at the moment. See if we could just get some cavalry in behind Crimson Scipii infantry there. I think probably one really good cavalry hit in the back there would probably do a lot of damage there. If you notice, I've moved some of my pike units, although they're extremely damaged pike units, trying to get around the rear of the Scipii infantry there to attack them from behind. But most of my Carthage units now are so weakened that they're probably down to about a quarter strength, or maybe even less than that. But if you notice now, Crimson's Skippy Eye infantry are starting to actually rout now. They're kind of like, if you look, they're kind of like in a vice between my pikemen and Mystique's urbans, and it's I think the pressure there was told, and they've finally routed there.
They are running from the battle in terror.
Yeah, and I think looking at this now, it looks like we've managed to win this battle. If you look at, you can tell how fierce the fighting was by the dead all over the battlefield,
like
masses and masses of them. And I hope me turning the graphics up on the game has made the game look a little bit better for you to watch. As I hope it's a little bit clearer and nicer for you to look at the units. As you can see, there's a massive lot of Macedon dead there, and there's a massive load of dead over on our right flank as well. So it's a really good battle.
Is complete.
Just like to say, this was a really great battle here. If you notice, the kill counts are very high, and well done to Conan, and I think well done to Mystique. Two really great kill counts there. If you notice that Carthage managed to get over 2,000 kills, but that was with great thanks to my allies managing to watch my flank and rear there. I'd just like to say, really well played to everybody in the game. It was close all the way through, I thought, and there were some really great moves and tactics there. I hope you found it interesting, the Carthage versus Macedon fight on the battlefield there. I thought that's made it a little bit more interesting there, and really well played to all the players there. I'd like to say really well done to Beast and Cal for holding so well against such aggressive tactics. So this is Spartan Commander saying hope you enjoyed the battle and look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now.